It's time for the 2016 Division I District 31 semifinals here on the campus of Lake Orion High School. In our second match tonight, the Waterford Kettering captains and the Dragons from Lake Orion square off to see who advances to the district finals to take on the Wolves of Clarkston on November 4th. Good evening, everyone. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke. These matches tonight are brought to you by the Lake Orion High School Broadcasting Program, the MHSAA, and Orion Neighborhood Television. And we're about to get underway here. Just 2:40 left until we get rolling in game number 2. Game 1 between Clarkston and Oxford, if you were watching the live stream here on the NFHS Network, was a rather exciting one. Clarkston took care of the Wildcats in 3 sets. It was the second 2 games were much closer than the first one. Wildcats put up a fight, but the number 2 ranked team in the state, the Wolves, took care of business easily, dispatching the Wildcats in 3 sets. We have time. Let's take a look at the top 10 rankings as they sit right now at the end of the season. Now, these came out just on October 31st, and these are the final regular season top 10 standings. Sitting at number 1, you can see Novi, always a tough program in Novi, and they've been rolling this season. Clarkston at number 2, shot up the polls midway through this season, have hung on and actually earned that number 2 spot with a 9-game win streak. Now a 10-game win streak coming into these districts. DeWitt at 3, Portage Central at 4. The always tough Rockford coming at top 5. No surprise there. Northville at 6. Farmington Hills Mercy at 7. Mercy is always tough. If they're not in the state finals matchup, in the hunt for the title every year, there's something wrong. And you can see Grand Rapids Christian, Grand Haven, Utica Eisenhower, and Lake Orion sitting at 11. And I believe they just crept into that 11th spot late in the season. Now, the team preview here, the Lake Orion has been on the radar of many this season. The Dragons under district play ranked 11th, as we saw on the screen. And they return a very experienced core of players that know how to perform at a very high level. Led by seniors Leah Kaluger, Mallory Berryman, and Lindsay Whiteman, the Dragons have taken on a tough regular season schedule and earned a 43-14-1 record to show for it. The front line defense of Berryman and Zelmansky are a matchup nightmare with their size and skill at the net. Pair that with a solid serving, the Dragons are a very difficult out. With the upstart captains, the Kettering from the KLAA, they had a rather mixed bag this season, finishing middle of the pack in their league, but showed signs that they could also be a tough out when all of their pieces come together. The captains took care of Pontiac in the district first round on October 31st to bring in a 3-game win streak into these semifinals. Coach Smith is looking for her young squad to focus on the fundamentals and to keep unforced errors to a minimum. Loaded with juniors and sophomores, Kettering will have their hands full with the Lake Orion Dragons this evening on their home court, no less. And so it's going to be I don't want to say the decks are stacked against you if you're going up against a tournament team on their home court. But I know, having seen Kettering over the years and the captains in action, I know they have solid coaching, and the athletes will rise to the occasion tonight. So we're excited to bring this contest to you, and it's about time for our national anthem. Crowd is still filing in, obviously heavily favoring the Lake Orion home team. So we're excited to bring, obviously, the second semifinal match here for you tonight in conjunction with Orion Neighborhood Television, the MHSA NFHS Network, and the Lake Orion Student Broadcast Program. So it's time for the national anthem. Let's take a listen. again, nice crowd on here at Lake Orion High School. Obviously favored in the hometown green and white. Just so you know, the light-colored green and white will be Lake Orion, and the dark gray and black shorts will be Waterford Kettering. As they announce the starting lineups here, as we said, Kettering is a rather young squad. A lot of sophomores on this team. I'm counting them here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 sophomores playing. 1, 2, 3 seniors, 4 seniors, excuse me, and a smattering of juniors thrown in, 1 freshman. So it's kind of a mixed bag here of experience for Coach Amy Smith. Now for Coach Tony Scavarda, he's got a squad that is loaded with juniors and seniors with some sophomores thrown in. And one thing we've seen over the years, of course, ONTV's been here for every home match of the 2016 season for these Dragons. And so we know what we're getting. A very talented squad, especially up front, led by Leah Kaluger, Lindsay Whiteman, and Becca Zelmansky. And can't forget Berryman. Mallory Berryman, the tri-captains, and then Zelmansky up front. It's just the towers up front, frontline defense, very, very difficult. As you see Leah Kaluger, the senior, having her name announced there. Number 2, Brittany Tarkani. Number 3, Illyria Collage. Number 5, that's Erin Collins. Number 6, Sarah Kelly, a senior. Number 7, Andy Finley, also a senior. Number 8, Mallory Berryman, as we mentioned, one of the co-captains on this team, also a senior. Number 9, Lauren Van Loon, a junior. Ren McCauley, outside hitter, the junior, does a nice job on serves. And Lindsay Whiteman, the libero, also a senior captain. Emma Sylvain, outside hitter, the sophomore. Number 13, Danielle Sargent. 14, Emily Valentine. Number 15, Mackenzie Wolf. Number 20, Maddie Braley. And that's 23. I don't have 23 on my roster, so that's a new one. Coach Scavarda has done a nice job taking over the helm here at Lake Orion. They haven't lost a beat in the OA Red, a very difficult division to play in, league to play in. Dragons have shown great aptitude to work their way to the top of the standings. And it should be a nice contest tonight as the teams come together, shake hands. Again, I'm your announcer, Ian Locke. Thank you for tuning in to this telecast on the NFHS Network in association with the MHSA, Orion Neighborhood Television, and the Lake Orion Broadcasting students. Let's take a look at games around the area. District 28 at Lance Cruz North is underway. Romeo and Port Huron should be going at it. District 32, we have Fenton and Linden in game 2. And in District 30, at Rochester Hills, Stony Creek, Rochester versus Utica Eisenhower. Very tough matches. You've seen all the names on there. Very, very, very good volleyball teams looking to make a statement here in the districts. As Romeo, I believe over the last 2 seasons, they were either finalists or champs. So Romeo always a tough out, so Port Huron North has their work cut out for them. But again, if you're just tuning into this telecast, Clarkston dispatched the Wildcats in our first game of this doubleheader tonight. And the winner of this match between Lake Orion and Kettering, they will meet up with the Wolves for all the marbles, as they say, for the district title, and move on to regionals. And I know the Lake Orion Faith would like to have another shot at Clarkston, but you have to get through these pesky captains first. Looks like number 4, Sydney Mann, the junior libero, being announced here for Kettering. Having a good time. One thing I really like about volleyball is just the energy and the good time that the players have out on the court, energizing each other and getting going. So we're under game 1 here as number 10, Alexis Drops, the senior, gets us underway here. And what are they going to say into the net? Dragons take the first point of this game 1 here in game 2 of this semifinal. As number 7 for the Dragons, Andy Finley, takes a seat. Dragons on serve with number 3, Collage. Far side. And that one looked a bit long. Whiteman, ooh, lack of communication. Whiteman will send that one over. Collision in the back line by the Dragons. And they find it home. Number 23 for, that's Maddie Case. That's Kettering earning the first point tonight. Maddie Case, nicely done. The senior outside hitter. Clarkston on serve. Whiteman. Dragons in the middle. Change of pace immediately. Drawing another point. That's Mallory Berryman, the senior. Co-captain number 8. Nice job in that front line. She quickly takes a seat as Whiteman is on serve. Senior libero, leader of this squad. One of the tri-captains for the Dragons. Blocked up front nicely by Kaluger. Free ball here for the Dragons to set something up. Going near side to Kaluger, and just too much power. Maddie Case cannot handle that one as number 1 Kaluger does what she does best, is sending that ball home. Dragons up 3-1 here in the early stages of game 1 in this second semifinal. Kettering goes far side, too strong. A little too much adrenaline in the early going here for Kettering. Coach Smith trying to settle her team down. Take a breath. Whiteman on serve, knuckleball sailing high, could have been long. Kettering plays it. Near side tap. Long, oh, nice dig there by number 3, Collage. Kaluger can't get that one to fall. Goes back to the net, blocked up front. That battle won by Kettering. Allison Seelig, the junior. It's not often you see the Dragon front line challenged. Nice job by Kettering. Just over the net, nicely done, near side. And this timed her jump did Sarah Kelly. Point to Kettering. Dragons up 4-3 here in this match. Kaluger finds it home, earns the point. Leah Kaluger. Senior stands 5'9". She plays a lot longer than that. It's amazing the height some of these athletes get. Oh, is just graced slightly by number 4, the libero, Sydney Mann for Kettering. Ooh, 6-3 Dragons in the lead. Top spin on that serve. Whiteman saves it, sets it up. Dragons content to send it over. Kettering sets up near side. Power blocked at the line. Kaluger sets it back. McCauley tries to kill it, unable to do so. Whiteman again sets up the offense. Kaluger, they do it again this time. Kettering cannot answer. Point to the Dragons. Nice job by number 10, Ren McCauley. Sophomore, 5'9". Getting the call here in the district semifinals. Ooh, tough hit across that back line. Oh my goodness. Whiteman saves it. Dragons send it over. Free play here for Kettering. Nice power by number 11, Allison Seelig. Second time we've called her name tonight, one to watch. Junior outside hitter scoring a couple times here in this game. 7-4 Dragons up. Just over the net. Power by the Dragons, handled nicely. Again, Allison Seelig finds the opening. 7-5. Kettering creeping back into this match. Down 2 in game 1. Again, rally scoring. Every serve will net a point. Tough set. Kelly couldn't handle that one. Had to get it over. Nice block at the line, and it falls. Dragons wholesale changes here. Sargent in. And Andy Finley, number 7, checks in for the Dragons, a senior. Finley on serve. Jump serve with some velocity. Kettering content to set it over. Whiteman sets it up. Kaluger, mistimed jump by number 13, Danielle Sargent. Unforced errors by the Dragons in the early going. Dragons up 2, 8-6. Whiteman there. Kaluger tries to kill, and she does. You can't leave that much space on the back line. Kaluger will make you pay. Called it all season long. Leah Kaluger she's kind of one of those rally setters. She starts scoring, and it comes in bunches. Nice dig by Sydney Mann. Block in the front line, nicely done. That's what the Dragon faithful are used to seeing. Was that Sargent and Berryman just brutal up front for the opponents. Number 8, number 13, the Twin Towers for the Dragons. Just taps the net. Scramble here, Mann gets it. Oh, unable to do so. Thought Mann had it. Good scramble, good hustle. Kettering is dialed in, that is for sure. Dragons up 11-6. Tarkanian serve for the Dragons, long and strong. Out of play, unforced error. Late in the season, we saw the Dragons serving had some hiccups. They had stretches where they would have unforced service errors and give up their serve readily to the opponents, regardless of quality. And another point to the Dragons. So we'll see how their serving goes tonight. And we saw already one unforced error. Dragons on serve number 10, Ren McCauley with the honors. Nice dig on the back line by Kettering. Content to send it over. Kaluger on the set, coming near side to Sargent. Tapped over, nice change of pace, nice block at the line by Kaluger, but unable to get it over the net. Kettering, nicely done on that point. 12-8, Dragons in the lead. Subs coming in. Number 7 for, it's Lindsay Escadebo for Kettering. Long on the serve, we've seen that too, Kettering. Some nerves. Subs coming in here for the Dragons. Number 3, Collage again on serve. Dragons have a regular rotation. We know who's coming in, going out. Collage on serve, she's got that knuckleball. Mann gets it over, nicely done. Coming near side. Nice block at the net. And out of play. Dragons dodged one there. Kettering was there. Really impressed with the front line play of Kettering tonight. First time seeing them in action this year. Not a lot of height on this captain's squad, but they're showing that they can play much taller than the sheet lists. Nicely done again. They're finding the openings. Dragons can be vulnerable down the middle, and the scouting report is in favor of Kettering right now. 14-9, Dragons up 5. High lob. Near side to Kaluger. Handled easily by the captains. Sydney Mann sends it over for the captains. Nice recovery by the Dragons. Nice dig by Sydney. Block at the line again, Berryman. Berryman is just so tough in the middle. Serve coming here for Dragon. Oh, again, service error. Like we said, something we've seen late in this season, that the Dragons having some service issues. And they turn it back over to Kettering. Oh, tough power, handled nicely by Kettering. Whiteman sets it up in the middle. Coming near side to Kaluger. Kaluger does what she does, sends it home. Berryman comes in ranked number 8 in the state and blocks 126 coming in on the season. Figures according to Max Preps. In the middle, Kaluger, nice, tough angle, saves that ball. Allison Seelig doing the number over there, number 11. Too much power again for the Dragons. Ball is out, 17-10. I like the offensive game plan Kettering's put together here against the Dragons. Oh, changed her mind at the last second. That's Lindsay Escobedo. She was going to play it set up, and then she thought this second of it because it was going to go long, but couldn't get out of the way in time. Point to the Dragons, up 18-10 here in the 60-second timeout. And we are obviously in association with the MHSAA. Watch student-produced video of high school action and a variety of athletic and non-athletic activities from around the state on the MHSAA.TV website. Over the past 3 years, school broadcast program members have produced over 6,000 events online. Get your school involved. Visit MHSAA.TV for more information. And we can tell you now, like ONTV and the broadcast students here at Lake Orion High School have done an outstanding job, and working with Orion Neighborhood Television to produce, I think it was 47 sporting events last season. And the majority of those were live on the NFHS network. So for a small fee, you can watch the games, and the 50% of all proceeds go directly to the broadcast programs at the high schools. Out of the timeout, Dragons again, unforced error on the serve, out of play. Kaluger cannot tally that one in. Back to Kettering, 18-11. Kettering on serve, into the net. 2 unforced errors back to back. Escobedo cannot get that one over the net. And she takes a seat. Dragons check in number 7. That is Andy Finley. Finley's does a nice job on serve for the Dragons. Nice. Oh boy. 3 straight serves for these Dragons. Too strong. That's 3 straight. Kettering gets it in play. Near side power. Kettering handles it nicely. Black at the line. Dug out nicely. Nice punch. Keeps it alive. Tap over the line. Ball is alive. Whiteman will settle this one down. Leah Kaluger near side. Or excuse me, far side to Sargent. Can't get it go down, and it does now. My goodness. Coach Scavarda is off his chair, up, roaming the sidelines. That is rare. Usually he's calm, sitting down, and taking it easy. Number 2 on serve for the Dragons. It is Tarkani. My goodness, service errors continue to plague the Dragons here this evening. 20-13. Coach Scavarda talking to Tarkani about her last serve. Nice drop shot over and blocked. Nicely done by Kettering. These captains came to play tonight. It is one and done time. If you lose tonight, you go home. The winner of this will take on the Clarkston Wolves on Friday, November 4th, right here on this court. Whiteman coming near side. Blocked out of play. Just barely. Give it to Ren McCauley, bringing some heat out there, really bringing the power. She steps back for her rotation in the serve. Let's see if the Dragons can remedy their service woes, and they do. Set up. Ren McCauley, nice setup to Berryman. Can't get it to fall. Whiteman comes near side to Leah Kaluger. Leah Kaluger sends that one long. Not a lot of support on the Waterford Kettering side. See a couple captains' varsity jackets here tonight, but most of the cheering coming from the bench. Backspin on that serve. Near side missed time by Berryman. Can't get that one to fall. It's 21-16, Dragons in command, but momentum feels like it's in Kettering's favor this evening. Whiteman calls it, gets it over to Kaluger. Cross court killer and gets it. Nicely done by the senior. Heady play by number 11, Whiteman and Kaluger. That's two teammates who've been together for some time, reading each other's minds, knowing what the other one's going to do to preserve that point. 22-16, Dragons up. Nice dig by Seelig. Dragons unable to corral that one in as it falls to the floor. Kettering still in it, 22-17 in game one here. Maddie Case on serve for the captains. Whiteman. McCauley over to Kaluger. Oh boy. Kaluger tries second time around. They keep it alive. My goodness, what a sequence for the captains. Near side, Berryman gets it to fall. Oh, they're gonna say it's Kettering. Kettering point. That looked like it was tapped off of a Kettering player, rolled down the lip of the net and fell out of play. And they're calling, yes, appeal goes to the Dragons. Appeal goes to Lake Orion. So the referee at the net was calling to Kettering, to the dismay of the Dragons. And this is the first time I've ever seen it overturned by a referee appeal. Nicely done by the Dragons to appeal that point. Luger saves that one, gets it over. Kettering's with a free ball here. Blocked at the line nicely, and it falls. Boy, what a wild sequence of events. Momentum was squarely in the captain's favor after that overturned point. A little bit of the air was let out of the room for the captains. Dragons up 24-17. This is game point. And it falls. Point to the Dragons. My goodness, what a wild game one, 25-17. Dragons prevail as they swap sides. Ooh, I'd catch my breath. It was like nonstop action. Seems like the back and forth of this match, the pace of it is a little more intense than the previous match we had here earlier this evening between Clarkston and Oxford. Ooh, gotta catch my breath. Well, let's take a look at the winter schedule of live events carried on the NFHS network by Orion Neighborhood Television and the broadcast students here at Lake Orion High School. As you can see, we kick off on November 17th, which is just around the corner, with hockey against Midland Dow. I think we kick off the season against Midland Dow every season. Girls basketball is on the docket. Romeo and Troy come into town. And we have hockey versus Berkeley. Notre Dame Prep comes in for basketball. Boys, our first basketball game for the boys season is against Romeo. Always a good matchup against the Bulldogs. And a wrestling quad meet on January 4th. That should be fun. So tune in to NFHS Network and Orion Neighborhood Television for the games. And you can see we go all the way through March 2nd. And basketball versus Rochester. And, of course, any postseason play that is carried here on the campus of Lake Orion High School, which is quite a bit. On TV and the Hillary for Prison. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for the election cycle and the season to be over with. But you got to give credit to some of the creative shirts that you see out there about the election. But the Orion faithful are here in a large number, including the student section to cheer on the Dragons. But got to give it up to the Kettering captains. They are looking solid tonight. 25-17 is a respectable score. If it wasn't for that overturned call there, I think their momentum could have carried them on to a W in game one. Again, that's speculation on my part. About to get underway here in game two. Just ticking down the time. Again, winner of this will take on Clarkston on Friday, November 4th. And with a chance to take the district crown and move on to regionals. If you enjoy Lake Orion sports, you can tune into Game of the Week Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. on Comcast Channel 10 and AT&T Uverse Channel 99. If you can't watch them on those dates, we also replay them throughout our schedule, so visit orionontv.org and click on our broadcast schedule to see other replay times that best fit your viewing habits. We do have a swimming meet coming up, one that was on tape delay. Hope you tune into that one. Dragons on serve here in game number 2. Dragons like to get out to a fast start. See if they have corrected their service woes we saw in game 1. Kaluger goes one-on-one and wins that battle. Dragons earn the first point of game 2. Kalaj on serve here for the Dragons, wearing the number 3 jersey. High arcing floating shot there. Kettering going in the middle, going right at Berryman. They know what she brings, and if you don't let her get set, you can take advantage. And they do, knotting it at 1. Alexis Drops, the senior setter, is on serve for Kettering. Kaluger brings the power, can't get it to fall, and Kettering hits it out. Point to the Dragons. Number 14 checks in. That is Emily Valentine for the Dragons. As Lindsay Whiteman, co-captain on this team, I should say tri-captain on this Dragon squad, is up for serve. And a block. Second block we've seen up front go against the Dragons. Rare do you see 2 in a row. Long on the serve. Kettering giving away probably 4 points tonight, 5 points on serve. So the Dragons have been doing the same. Leah Kaluger on serve for the Dragons, tapped over. Kaluger, they're gonna call it a carry. Nope. Missed the call on that one, but it's going in the favor of the Dragons. Thought they were gonna call a carry on that. 4-2, Dragons up. Kaluger on serve. Again, quick set up in the middle and killed by 14. That's Lilia Schoof, the senior middle blocker. Found an opening and painted that lower left 90. Kaluger setting it up, going cross court to McCauley. A little awkward on that shot. We're gonna say double hit. 2 hits against Kettering, unforced error. Every point is valuable as number 7 checks in, Andy Finley for the Dragons. Finley will be on serve wearing the 7 jersey. Ooh, that could have been long. Kettering decides to play it, battle at the net. What are they gonna say, Sargent? Point to Lake Orion. 14, Emily Valentine was there on the challenge for the Dragons. Just over the net. Dragons stringing together a couple of nice serves, and the kill there by Valentine and Sargent. Danielle Sargent, the junior, and Valentine, the senior, teaming up for that point. Dragons up 7-3 in game 2. Sydney Mann sends that one over for Kettering. Oh, change of pace. Kaluger, nicely done. That's a design play. The quick set in the middle for the quick kill, and the Dragons get the captains flat-footed there. Stringing together some points here. The Dragons on the miss hit. Frustration setting in a little bit on the captains as they are down 9-3 here in game 2. A couple more and Amy Smith might call a timeout. Still alive. Mann sends it over. Whiteman on the dig. Going far side to Ren McCauley. Dug out nicely by Sargent. What are they gonna say? What did I miss? In the net. Point to the captains. Jump served with top spin by Kettering. Oh, mistimed jump by Valentine. Kettering doing a nice job of keeping the Dragons off balance. 9-5 on serve here for Kettering. Dragons up. Ooh, miss hit. You could hear it. Ooh, power. How does that fall down? Leah Kaluger works her magic once again and gets it to fall. We've seen it over the years. Leah Kaluger just pulling something out of nothing and finding an opening. And that's the case there as the Dragons double up Kettering at this stage of the match, 10-5. Brittany Tarkani, number 2, checks in. The senior stands 5'5". Kind of a power serve, long. Kettering plays it. Hit over, dug by Kaluger. Tarkani over to McCauley. Nice dig by Mann. Coming near side. Kaluger cannot handle the power. Again, Allison Seelig for the captains does the job. Dragons rotate out. Tarkani takes a seat. Number 14 checks in, that's Valentine. McCauley on that ball, and it falls. Nicely done. Ren McCauley finds the opening. Dragons up 11-6. Ren McCauley, the sophomore, playing much older than her years in high school. And a block and it falls. Berryman was there. You can see her frustration. She was in position, but it just deflected off her hand. Down for the captains. Captains showing life here. Really impressed with the captain's enthusiasm and energy level throughout this contest. And that one is long. Leah Kaluger clenches her fists in frustration. One thing we see the Dragons usually do is they can calm each other down. Point goes their way, start laughing, having fun again, and they can get back in it. So far, Kettering's the one with the positive energy and attitude, it seems. As that one falls, Dragons a little flat-footed. 11-9. Captain's creeping back into this one. Dragons chatting amongst themselves on their side of the net. Tap over, handled easily by Kettering. Free ball and power goes down. Can't stop that one. Nice response by the Dragons. Number 3, Collage checks in for serve for the Dragons. As number 7, Findley takes a seat. Dragons up 12-9 in game 2. Coming near side. Just a miss hit there by 23. That's Maddie Case. Maddie Case had it. Just had the wrong angle, couldn't get it over the net. Dragons up 13-9. Long on the hit. They were flirting with that back line the whole that whole sequence there. And another unforced error by the Dragons. Kettering in striking distance, down 3. Nice topspin serve over the net, coming near side. Kaluger on the kill, and it is in. Oh my. That was close. 14-10, Dragons up. Lindsay Whiteman on serve for the Dragons. Lindsay Whiteman comes in with 79 aces on the season. There's some discussion about the last point. Play continues. Whiteman on serve, gets it over, nicely done. Far side, Kaluger on the set. McCauley goes far. The kill, number 6 can't get it over. Sarah Kelly, she had it lined up nicely, just could not put it away. Point to the Dragons, 14-11. High arcing. McCauley in the middle, blocked nicely by the captains. My goodness. Who's that? Lilia Schoof, number 14 in the middle. Senior stepping up for her team, earning that point. Kettering front line doing a nice job against this Dragon offense. Ooh, nearly got another one. Point goes to the Dragons. Back and forth affair here at the campus of Lake Orion High School. District semifinals. Game number 2. Ooh, nice sinking shot. Nice dig by captains. Whiteman sets it up. Kaluger over to Ren McCauley. Kettering free hit here. And out of play. Nice setup by the captains. Just can't convert. 16-12. Very quiet here in the field house tonight. A lot of shushing going on. Just clears the net. What do you say? Double hit. Double hit on Kettering. Unforced error. Dragons will take it. 17-12. Leo Kaluger on serve. Nice top spin on that. Blocked at the line. Saved by the captains. Blocked again at the line. 2 in a row. Give it to Emily Valentine, the senior. Doing a nice job in that front line. 2 straight blocks. Her and McCauley doing a nice job for the Dragons here. 18-12. Timeout called by the Kettering captains. As we take a little breath here. Back and forth affair. We've seen it. Again, games around the area. This isn't the only action in town. District 28 at Macomb Lance Cruz North. Romeo and Port Huron Northern should be in action as we speak. And District 32 at Ortonville Brandon. Fenton versus Linden. Fenton is always a tough squad. District 30 Rochester Hills. That's Rochester Hills Stony Creek just down the road from us here. Rochester and Utica Eisenhower are doing battle to find out who gets in the finals. A lot of quality volleyball teams around Oakland County. If you're in the OAA or the KLAA. Just tough teams all around. And we know on the west side there's some very, very good volleyball squads. And they converge together for the state finals coming up later this month. Kettering looking for points, and they find it on the timeout. Their bench erupts after that point, 18-13. No one can claim that the Kettering captains aren't there for each other. Cheering each other on. Their best cheering section tonight. Kettering looking for another one, dug out nicely by the Dragons. Free ball here for the captains, set up nicely, and they find it, and it falls. Dragons calling for something, holding their hand. McCauley had her hand in the air, but no can do. 18-14, Kettering, 2 straight points out of the timeout. Dragons set up the offense. Coming back to McCauley, tapped off that line. Falls in favor of the Dragons. Sargent checks in, number 13 and number 7, Finley. Finley will do serves. Sargent move to the front line. 19-14. Oh, long and strong. Once again, service error is plaguing these Dragons. We saw it a couple weeks ago. Service errors an issue. Oh, beautiful block by McCauley, number 10. Sophomore sends that one home. The lone blocker up front takes care of business. It falls. Key point there, puts the lead at 5. The swings of this match are crazy. It feels like Kettering is closer than 5 points. Nice dig by the captains. Double hit. Another unforced error. Coach Amy Smith on the sideline of clapping her team on, giving them encouragement. Looking for a little focus. Mann tries to set it up, and another errant hit by the libero. Out of play, 22-15, and this one is slipping away from the captains. Dragons took game 1, 25-17. 3 away from taking game 2 as it deflects off the net. Forgiving net here, reaps rewards for the hometown Dragons as they sit at 2 points away from closing out game 2. Tarkanian serve, that high arcing serve. Free play here for the Dragons. Berryman near side to Kluger, back to Berryman, and she sends it home. A setup like that, it's very difficult to slow down number 8. 24-15. Dragons looking to close out game 2. Long on the serve once again. And it's 24-16 on serve will be number 11, Allison Seelig for the captains. Talk about McCauley coming near side to Sargent. Behrman battle at the net. Ball is over, coming forward again. Blocked up front, can't save it. And the net is the friend of the Dragons on that 25th point. Dragons take Kettering in game 2, 25-16. Took game 1, 25-17 as we switch sides here. These are pesky captains, that is for sure. A lot of energy. Getting a lot of production out of many on their team. Not relying on solely 1 or 2 players on that captain squad, but they're doing a nice job as a collective. Dragons switch sides and they move on to game number 3 here. Couple-minute timeout. While we have timeout, let's take a look at the top 10 rankings as they were posted at the end of the regular season. This will be the last rankings until the tournament is concluded and we see where everybody falls. Novi sits at number 1. Clarkston solid at number 2, and they looked every bit of it when we saw them against Oxford in the first game of our doubleheader tonight. DeWitt rides in at number 3, Portage Central at 4, Rockford at 5, Northville 6, Farmington Hills Mercy at 7. Surprised they're not higher up on the list. Grand Rapids Christian, Grand Haven, Utica Eisenhower, and Lake Orion round out the top 11. We call it top 10, but Dragons are sitting at 11. And they made that move late in the season after they took care of, they got into the, at least the discussion of a top 10 after they took care of Clarkston on the road. And I believe they took them to 4 sets or 4 games and came back from behind. And that kind of raised some eyebrows that, ooh, Lake Orion is for real. So there's your top 11. That's how they sit at the end of the regular season. And that's why we play these tournaments here, districts here and across the state of Michigan going on to determine who's going to move on to regionals and eventually move on to the state finals. Dragons have experienced some success moving on to the state finals several years ago and came up just short. And don't forget, you can go mobile with ON TV. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Connect with ON TV to see what's happening in and around our community and in our studio. ON TV working to bring Lake Orion to the world. If you hop on YouTube and you type in Orion on TV into the search box there, you can see a whole list of, I think we have over 700 videos now listed up on our YouTube channel. And we have quite the viewership brewing for us there on YouTube, and everything is in sparkling crystal clear HD. Full games, episodes of your favorite shows around town. And YouTube's been a nice avenue for us to get the information, what's happening here around Lake Orion, out to the community. And can't forget the NFHS network allowing us to bring these games live to you. In the past, it would be on tape delay, and you wouldn't see them for several days. Now you can watch them live. There you go, graphic on the screen telling you all about it. Visit NFHSnetwork.com. Type in Lake Orion or your favorite high school and see if they are participating in the broadcast program. Your favorite team might just be playing live this weekend. Double hit by the Dragons. So in game 3, the first point goes to Kettering. Alexis drops. Number 10 is on serve for the captains. Looks like a strong hit. Whiteman chose to play it. Berryman over to Kaluger. Kaluger tries to kill it. Unable to do so. Nice front line defense by the captains. Number 14, Lilia Schoof. Called her number several times this evening. Captains down 2 games to none and must win this one to continue the match. Sargent with the power. Junior stands 6'2". Brought the power and immediately takes a seat. As Collage comes in to do the serving honors. Lake Orion down 1 in game 3. Oh, nice near save there by 7. That's Lindsay Escobedo, the junior. Tough angle on that one. Dragons tied at 2. Going far side killer. Escobedo tries to get it to go. Puts enough mustard on that shot to get it to fall. Nicely done. Allison Clancy up for serve now. Number 13 for the captains. Up 1. Top spin serve. Again, we've seen that play. Quick set in the middle from McCauley to Berryman, and she buries it in the back left 90. Game tied at 3 as Whiteman is on serve for the Dragons. Nice dig by Mann. Allison Seelig, number 11, was there for the captains, but unable to get it across the net. Dragons take the first lead of game 3. Nice dig by the captains, coming near side. Nice block up front by number 6. That's how you do it. That's Sarah Kelly, the senior. Sarah Kelly having a nice game, earning a point for her team. The district semifinals. Dragons up 5-3. Strong serve. Close to the net. Goes to the Dragons. Thank you for the magic voices in my ear. 23 is Becca Zelensky for the Dragons. She changed jerseys, I'm thinking. Instead of 21, she's listed as 23. Very good. I was concerned that she may have been injured, but Zemansky's wearing number 23. Kettering's on serve. Dragons up 2. There's a discussion here. Referees coming to the coming together. Don't know if you have a shot of that. 2 referees having a chat. I don't know if they're gonna, what the discussion is. Oh boy. The point was discussed by the 2 referees. Issued, Kettering was awarded the point. Is removed and given to the Dragons, and they are on serve now after a discussion. That's good refereeing, working together as a team. That's what you like to see. You want to get it right. Dragons still on serve. Lindsay Whiteman settling down her serves. We saw some service errors in game 2. Dragons seem to get that under control as Mann sends it over. Dragons set up the offense, coming near side to Kaluger. Odd angle on the hit. Kettering was there. Long hit played by the backline defense. Ben McCauley coming near side and earns that point. Sarah Kelly on the kill. Timeout Kettering. Waterford Kettering, the captains called timeout to chat about it. Energy kind of waning here for the captains as they go down two games to none. As you see Coach Scavarda chatting with his Lady Dragons over there. 9-3 here in game 3. Dragons win game 1 25-17 and game 2 25-16. Larry Buss and the crew at Jet's Pizza, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and the Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jet Supplies Catering for our cast and crew. Thank you, Larry, for your continued support. Can't say enough about Larry and his crew over there. Larry donates the pizza to our crew for mini games throughout the season, throughout this entire school year, all basketball and football games. Our crews eat plenty of Jets pizza. And one of the Lake Orion Businessmen of the Year just a couple years ago. Larry's a great guy. Thank him for his support. Man on the dig on the serve after the timeout. Block up front, nicely done by the Dragons. Kaluger takes it in their own hands, cannot get it to fall. Going far side and blocked again, nicely done. What can you say about Zelmansky? Wearing the 23 jersey tonight. Zelmansky and Kelly, I believe that is, number 6. Sarah Kelly doing a number at the front line defense. Dragons up 7 points here in game 3. Kaluger, little miscommunication, and the Dragons kind of get a chuckle out of that one. Scavarda just telling his Dragons to settle down a little bit. Kettering on serve. Nice front line block, and it falls for the Dragons. My view is obscured here, but it falls in favor of the green and white. And number 5 checks in for the Dragons. That's Aaron Collins. The junior stands 5'9", and the bench erupts. What are they saying here? The two referees chatting with one another. Dragons on serve. Collins, nicely done. Oh, nice change of pace there by Kettering, handled by the Dragons. McCulley trying to kill that one down. The Captains are there. Whiteman on the dig, tap over by Zelmansky. Collins, Whiteman and McCulley near collision again. Free ball here for the Captains. Going far side killer and a little too strong. Got a couple different people out there on the floor right now, and kind of changes the flow of the game right now. Dragons are discussing it amongst themselves, trying to sort things out. Man on the dig on the serve. Tough hit, looking for a tap at the net, not going to get it. Nice effort by number 7, Lindsay Escobedo. She had a nice game for the for the Captains. Dragons up 13-4. And the Captains needed that badly. Stop the bleeding there at 13-5. Serve coming here for the Captains as McCulley checks out. For the Dragons, and number 9, Lauren Van Loon checks in. Escobedo on serve for the Captains. Oh, unfortunate. Captains were solid in their serves in game 1 and 2, and the errors, little unforced errors, kind of piling up here in game 3 for them. And against the Dragons, like we said at the open, you have to play sound, fundamental volleyball. Far side killer, nicely done. That's Seelig earning another point for her team. Bright spot for this Captain's squad tonight is Seelig. Junior on serve now, trailing the Dragons 14-6. Zelmansky trying to kill that one for the Dragons, unable to do so. Whiteman over to Collins, near side. And the Dragons get it to fall, my goodness. Some touch on that one by Van Loon. Van Loon looked like she half swung at it and took something off of it, and it falls inside the lines. Dragons up 15-6 here in game 3. Oh, misplay there by the Captains. Concentration. Dragons up 10 here, looking to run away with it here in game 3. Jenny Tarkanian, number 2, checks in for the serve. Hits the net. Zamansky checks in as Tarkanian takes a seat. Still a lot of energy on that Kettering squad. Everybody knowing that what's on the line, the seniors are playing potentially their last match. And you want to play well. Play for those seniors. Sydney Mann does a nice job on that serve, earning the ace. Dragons up 8. Floater. Back line coming near side. Kettering sets it up. Berryman tries to send it home, unable to do so. Tap over the line, Collins. Sargent can't get it to fall. Berryman, they're going to call a double hit. Was on the net, she touched it, and it rolled off, and she hit it again. Rare occasions to see Mallory Berryman unable to kill a floater like that. Collins brings it back into the play, sent over by Sargent. Free ball here for the captains. In the middle and killed, there you go. 17-9. Good play by number 9 for the Dragons. Van Loon off the bench. The junior stands 5'9", playing much taller than 5'9". Red McCauley checks in for Van Loon. Nice serve by McCauley. Ooh, nice change of pace. Smart play there by number 11, Allison Seelig. Captains creeping into this one. 17-10. Nice serve by Drops. Near side finds the opening. That's number 20. That is Maddie Braley. First action of the game for Braley, and she comes in off the bench and kills that one down. Nicely done. 18-10. Dragons up 8. Winner of this match will take on the Wolves of Clarkston on Friday the 4th for the district championship. Coming back to Braley, trying to find it just too long. Timing of that one was just slightly off. Dragons can't get it to fall, but it falls in favor of the captains. Much needed point for Kettering. Going far side to Braley again, finds the opening. Man scrambles and it falls. Dragons up 19-11, looking to close this one out as Lindsay Whiteman is on serve. Man digs that one on the back line, tap over. McCauley sets it up. Whiteman, far side to Braley, blocked at the line. Braley hits it, can't keep it in. Good heads up play by Seelig. Excuse me, that's 24. 23, Maddie Case. Kettering on serve. Need to string a couple together here, 19-12. Ooh, long and strong, that is out of play. Another point to Kettering. Sydney Mann employing her team to keep at it. A lot of energy on the Kettering side. Nice strong serve. Wren taps it over to Zamansky, can't get it to fall. Coming near side, dug out by Whiteman. McCauley back to Braley. Braley goes cross court. Dug out nicely by the captains. Tap over, Braley out of position, cannot get it. Reaching back behind her head with the right hand, unable to get it over. Coach Scavarda gives the it's okay, settle down. 19-14. Another nice strong serve on the back line. Tapped by Braley. Zamansky can't get it over. That's, oh my. Wasn't 4 hits. Dragons survive. Ball is in the air and free. Kettering trying to do something here. Send it over. Whiteman setting it up, coming near side. Killer dug out nicely by the captains. In the net, unable to recover. That was a wild point. Ball hit the net. Thought the Dragons touched it as Braley takes a seat. And number 5, Collins, checks in for the serve. 20-14, Dragons up 6. Just grazes the net on that serve. Power up front, Whiteman has it. Saved nicely by the Dragons. Tapped over, find it open in the middle, and it falls. Dragons just chipping through this contest. Nothing's easy. Got to give it to these captains. They are a feisty bunch. 21-14. Long on the serve. Point to Waterford Kettering. Just remind all of our viewers that ONTV cameras will be here on the 4th for the district championship game. I believe broadcast time is 7 p.m. Oh, dig out. Whiteman has it. Tries to send it over. Zemansky does. Free ball here for Kettering. Goes far side. Nice dig on the back line by number 3. That is Collage. Kettering again setting up that far side. Content to send it over. Collins sets it up near side. Free ball again. Communication. Tap over. Dragons are there. Collins sets it up near side. And it falls. Lauren Van Loon, number 9, earns the 22nd point for the Dragons here, just 3 away from moving on to the finals. 22-15, another subs being made. 15 checks in, that is Mackenzie Wolf for the Dragons. The junior stands 5'6" on serve. Knuckleball. Whiteman on the dig. Collins with the setup, far side for Sargent. Sargent. Nice job by Mann. And Dragon ball on the block. 23-15. Dragons can feel it. Timeout for Kettering. Coach Amy Smith calls timeout, sitting at 23-15. Thought she might call timeout just a little earlier, but maybe just to set them down. Say play for the seniors here. 2 points to go for the Dragons to close this one out. Let's take a look at the upcoming game schedule. Or DVD copies, we can do that too. DVD copies can be purchased by calling ONTV at 248-693-3377 or 248-393-1060. For only $10, you get a copy of this, any other program in our broadcasting vault. Give us a call again at 248-393-1060 or 693-3377 to order your copies today. We have games going back to 2005. Graduations, you name it, we have it. After the timeout, Dragons on serve with number 15, Mackenzie Wolf. 2 points away from closing this one out. Collins in the dig. Going far side to Sargent. Sargent gets a tap at the line. Nice recovery by the captains. Power into the net. Can't get it over. Allison Seelig trying to get over the net to keep the Kettering captains alive. Unable to do so. Game point here. Match point. Sydney Mann saves it on the back lines. Collins over to Zelmansky. Still alive. Zelmansky in the net, and they're going to say that's it. Lake Orion wins it. 25-15. Taking down a pesky Waterford Kettering captain squad tonight. 25-15 the final. Kettering goes home. They say thank you to all their seniors for all their hard work and dedication to the green and white and the captain's jersey. And the Dragons survive and move on to face the ever difficult Clarkston Wolves, sitting at number 2 in the state. So we have 2 ranked teams going at it for the district finals here in District 31 on Friday the 4th. And it should be an epic matchup, as it always is. The Dragons have one victory against Clarkston this year. Clarkston has won the last 2 matchups between those 2 squads this season. So Dragons are looking for an equalizer to move on in the tournament. If not, they go home. I'd like to thank all of our crew for working with us tonight. We have students from the high school broadcast class taking part in this telecast, bringing you all these images tonight, working the graphics and the replay, and keeping score and all that good stuff. So want to thank them for that. I'd like to thank our director, John Atwater, for putting it all together and organizing all this. We're going to say goodnight. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke. Thank you for tuning into this telecast on the NFHS Network and Orion Neighborhood Television. We'll be back on the air Friday the 4th for the district finals. Until then, we'll see you here on the NFHS Network. Good night, everybody.